It was a fantastic Lakers versus Knicks game. Really ruined my sleep schedule. Went up to like 1 a.m. But anyway, super big big battle between Randall and AD. All night battle between Randall and AD.
Not even all-stars.
Randall 31, 8 and 5, 49% from the field. So solid, and 4 for 8 from 3, so 50% from 3. So Randall had a great game, although he did force some shots late, so that wasn't ideal, and he did miss the layup to win the game when it was tied. But Anthony Davis had a far worse game. Shot 30% from the field. 35% from the field. So far worse game.
Great, yeah.
But the thing was, he did have a presence inside. Him and Drummond did get a lot of easy buckets inside. AD scored 21 points. And so with this, we just kind of thought of, like, based on that battle, those two power forwards, like where we rank our power forwards from 1 to 5. So I guess I'll start with 5. At 5, I have Tobias Harris. I think he's having a great season this year.
Okay.
At 5, I have Julius Randle.
Yeah, I also have Julius Randle at 5.
Okay.
Oh, same.
At 4, I have Zion.
4, I have KD.
That's so absurdly low. Like
KD?
that's insane.
Doesn't have enough games.
I wasn't paying attention. KD at 4.
Yeah.
Bro, this isn't the MVP conversation. This is just like
he's not
players.
Listen, I don't know
He's
how
better
good he
than
is after
fourth
his
in the
injury.
league.
Like I don't know.
But he's played this year. He's averaged like 27 a game.
I didn't ask.
7
ask.
assists. Shooting 54% from the field. But okay.
47% from 3.
But
Okay.
Curry's literally cash from 3.
He's shooting 42
I
versus
didn't ask.
KD's 47. Yeah,
He's not
you're
shooting
right.
47.
Takes less
47.
threes. Takes less
I don't
threes.
think it's 47.
Smaller sample
Oh
size.
my God, KD's shooting 47%.
He's shooting
Smaller
47.
sample size.
That's insane. But
Okay, anyway, who do you have 4?
4 I have Randall.
Randall, okay. Then
Yeah.
3?
3 Giannis. I hate the dude, but he's pretty good, so he's at 3.
Why do you hate Giannis? Giannis is like such a
'Cause he
good
always
dude.
loses in the
Like,
playoffs.
His jokes are like so funny. Like when he
Oh,
comes
they
out,
are.
it's
Like the NBA All-Star draft.
They're so bad.
That was so funny. Oh my God.
Mad disrespect.
Right. I'm going to change my rating a little bit. I had KD at number 4. I'll actually bump him to number 3. I'll switch him with AD. I think AD is number 4. I think KD is definitely better than AD. Like that was dumb. Yeah.
Okay,
I have
all right.
KD.
I respect the change.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also have AD at 3 actually now, where you had him before. This has obviously been a down year. He's missed a lot of time. But I'm gonna give it to the injury. I'm gonna say this isn't really how he's played. We saw what he could do last year. And he played like an MVP in the playoffs, really. So yeah, I have him at 3. Then at 2, I have Giannis, because he's having another MVP type season. Like, I know AD like has this idea that he can stretch the floor, even though his efficiencies aren't really good at all. Like, he's shooting 27% from 3 this season, where Giannis is shooting 29.
Yeah, fair.
And like even in the past, I think AD's highest season was like 34% from 3, which is not really good. That's like league average.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of like
I think he's gotten
a
overhyped.
misconception that he's a great 3-point shooter. He's
I think
he's a good
he's gotten
mid-range shooter,
overvalued at that. He's a good floor spacer because people are worried about him shooting.
Yeah.
But anyway, I have Giannis at 2 just because defense, like the whole year, offense, he's been very good, and the Bucks are obviously really good. The 3 seed leading a lot by the 4 seed.
Yeah.
Who do you have at 2?
For 2, I don't know, Zion. He's 27 points per game. That's ridiculous. That's so clean.
KD is more.
3. I didn't ask. 3.7 assists per game. 7.2 rebounds per game. 61.1% from the field.
That is crazy.
Come on.
That is very efficient. I just think he's like empty points.
KD could never.
They don't
I
win.
mean, he literally does.
I didn't ask.
At 2, I have AD, Anthony Davis. Yeah. I mean, I think where I differentiate between AD and Giannis, like, at that level of great player, I don't really care about the regular season as much, and I think AD's been better in the playoffs. Last year, you could argue, like...
Really only one with LeBron, but
Well, when he's playing with LeBron,
sure.
with LeBron last year, you could argue he was, like, just as good as LeBron was. Like, he was he was insane throughout the playoffs. And then also, he did sweep the Blazers in a first-round series in 2018. That was, like, a solid Blazers team with Dame and CJ. And he swept them. And, like, I don't think Giannis hasn't won a single series that, like, you didn't expect him to win. He loses every single... He lost to the Heat last year. They won the one game when he went out. Almost got swept. They won the only game when he went out.
Yeah,
and
that's
left,
true. He
which is,
left
like,
and they
sad.
won.
he
Chris
got
Middleton
he
went
got
off.
stopped by like Kawhi and the Raptors. They were up 2-0, still lost. So like I think AD's definitely been better in the playoffs than Giannis, but it's close. It's definitely very close. Yeah. So at 1 I have I have KD. I mean I think he probably is like from a talent perspective he's probably like the second best player in the league. He just has had like lots of injuries this year.
Second best player in the league.
He's shooting.
Yeah,
he's got
he is.
he's got the highest 3-point percentage I think. Whole league maybe or no except
Wait,
for
KD
Joe
or
Harris.
AD? KD
Joe
or
Harris. KD.
Oh, I thought you said AD. I was like, what the hell are you
No,
talking
no.
about?
No, KD.
It's
Oh, I
definitely
thought
up
you
He's
said
there.
scoring
Anthony
insane.
Davis, bro.
For sure up
like
there, yeah.
KD's been
Yeah,
the only
KD.
reason he's not higher is because
Maybe.
he's been in and out of the lineup this year. So like I guess his impact hasn't been like as great. But I do have him for one for power forwards. Who do you have at 1?
Oh, I have Giannis. Giannis, 28.2 points per game. Are you kidding me? And 11 boards. 11 boards per game. That is impressive.
Yeah, well,
That
he's
is
really
impressive.
tall.
I don't care. He's good, bro. He's literally just nice with it, okay?
Stat patter, takes
That's
boards from the
freaking
center.
Westbrook, bro.
That's-
Freaking Russell Westbrook.
What's the difference?
Okay, there's a big difference. There's a big difference.
Giannis.
But Giannis
For
over
his
KD.
third
Giannis
MVP
can't
in
shoot.
a row.
You know,
Giannis can't shoot.
I agree. I have KD at 1 too. I know.
Nor
like,
can
obviously-
Russ. Russ cannot shoot.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we're not talking about
Yeah,
Russ.
we're not talking about
We're
Russ.
talking about KD.
Okay.
I also have KD at 1 just because, like, I know he's, like, missed some time this year or whatever. But like, even when he has played, he's been insane. Coming off that injury, that's crazy impressive.
Yeah, for sure. I expected KD to not be very good
Yeah.
this year, and like
I expect him to do good because he's just good.
I think I'm really interested to see what he's like in the playoffs because his defense had really gotten better the last few years, and I want to see like if it gets more intense and his defense is kind of on the same level like come playoff time.
so you want to watch to see if his defense improve.
No, his defense was the same as before he got injured,
Oh, fair.
which I don't know because that ended up being a big part of his game before he got injured.
Yeah, true, but he's also just like he can score from anywhere.
Well, yeah, obviously he's an insane scorer.
Yeah.
Who?
KD.
Oh, facts.
So I think like the main wild card with this whole list was like me putting Tobias Harris on instead of Zion, and so I put Tobias Harris because I think he's the main reason for the Sixers' improvement. Because yes, Embiid has gotten better from last year to this year, but like not that much better. Embiid was already like an all-star player, borderline superstar. Now he's like officially a superstar, but like he has still missed some games. He's only played 49 games, like we said in the MVP segment, and so the Sixers went from a 6 seed last year that struggled on the road, had like a horrible road record, to now like the best team in the conference, and that has a lot to do with Tobias Harris and his play. He's averaging 20 points a game, 4 assists, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 7 rebounds, and he's 50, 40, 90, which is like only like 7 players have done that in like history, and he has 89.3 from the line, so he's not quite 50, 40, 90, but he was
Just about, yeah.
and he could get there,
Almost.
and so to be like one of the top guys in history for that like stat,
Category.
yeah, it's definitely like a big deal. So that's why I put him there. And I think Zion's is like a little overhyped. Yes, he's super athletic, but I think and it is impressive what like his skill like
It's only in his second
an
year,
ability to
too.
finish time.
Yeah.
Fair. Like in terms of if you would say like projecting out their careers, I would say for sure Zion's gonna be better. But I think right now Tobias is better, and that could partly be because he is within a system where he doesn't have to do too much. But like on nights when Simmons is out or Embiid is out, often Tobias Harris scores like a lot of points, and so I definitely think he's still like a very valuable player.
That's fair, but like Zion's like averaging 27 on 61% shooting.
Pelicans aren't winning. I think I would say. I mean, yes, it's not a greatly constructed roster, but
It's
like
horribly constructed.
okay, but Lonzo's been like really good.
Lonzo's been fine.
Brandon Ingram's been like very good. He very easily could have been an all-star. He's like right there, and so like yes, the West is more difficult, but to not even be a top 10 team.
Yeah, I know.
I
I
definitely think that's like pretty.
I
that's
do
not
think
bad.
they're underperforming, but Brandon Ingram is a bad star alongside Zion. Their games do not fit at
Yeah.
all. Steven Adams is the worst kind of center. You want a floor spacer, and they signed someone who is. Or did they trade for him?
They traded
traded
for
for
him.
him?
Yeah. They traded for him.
But Rose, why
Yeah.
I didn't understand why they made that move at the time, and I still don't understand now. It's been a horrible fit all year long. Lonzo has improved, like especially his 3-point shooting. I really like the fit
But
there.
I think Lonzo's a great fit. I mean,
But
Lonzo's a good fit for a lot of players.
He's just a really good fit in general. But I don't know. It's just I don't think they've constructed their team well around Zion because he is their future star.
True.
Franchise
And like,
player.
yeah, his defense has also been below what was expected, so I'll give you that. But still, just his offensive production is insane.
Fair, but also the thing about like Tobias Harris is like the reason he got like such a big contract is because like he was even when like he wasn't on such a stacked team like with the Clippers, He was on the Clippers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember he put up like he averaged like over 20 a game, which is like why he got like that contract. So I
Yeah,
still think
sure.
that like he can score and he can like, but that's just not really what his like role is for the team. I mean, he does average 20, but like he could score more. Like maybe not to the extent Zion does, but I think he contributes like a lot all around.